Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. And so off the tip, it'll be the Bulls. Now here's Giddey. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. A lot of the talk coming in focused on the backcourts, Richard. Both teams have outstanding guard play.
And that means we should see some creative offense. I love skill play at any position, but it's often the guards that will leave you speechless.
Now here's Giddey. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And they'll keep possession. And that one's good. Giddey.
Yeah, heads-up play by Giddey, finding that rebound.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
About a minute played here so far in the first. Takes a step back. Here's Morant. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Chicago with the ball. Okoro up top. Lots of room. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. 6-point game. And it's Coward missing. Oh, it's stolen.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, he knew what was on his mind.
Now Simons. Pass to Kessler. And it's Coward with a rebound. And Richard, the Bulls going from playing one of the slowest paces in the league to one of the fastest.
Yeah, that's what happens when you start to trend towards youth. You got to put those young legs to use, trying to pace and space with three-point shooting.
I guess you don't need two hands when one will suffice.
Hey, as long as you don't lose control.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. Really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the three-point basket by Chicago. Here's Coward. Chicago with a rebound.
Probably not the shot they had in mind. But you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Pass to Okoro. And he banks in the layup. Okoro's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And he commits the intentional foul.
I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. He needs to get his head in the game.
Both teams will make substitutions. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trey Jones. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up that second foul early is tough. He'll have to be careful, and we'll see how much coach trusts him to not get that third.
Personal foul. 14 foul. Chicago substitution.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Just 3 to shoot. Tries it from 16. And the shot no good, a bit short. Giddey into the lane. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
You're pushing the pace. Giddey using some speed to get his shot.
Here's Jerome. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And here's Ivy from the arc.
3.
Connects from downtown.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
On the wing, Caldwell Pope. And the 3 off target.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
They set a physical tone early on, and they're being rewarded for their efforts.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 6. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Ivy's got 6 points.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Chicago making a switch here. Grizzlies trail by 13. Jerome outside. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Out to Simons. Masenge no good. 1:56 left to play in the first. Wells. Pass to Coward. Simons with a steal. Chicago passing it around. Here's Wells. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Morant. Whoa! Unreal! That's what they came for.
Wow. And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot. Already 6 of their points coming off second chances. Pretty impressive.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Morant. Puts it up from 17. And it's Morant again missing.
Decent look from mid-range. You almost have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Can they keep up the pace? Who knows, but they're already in a great position to win this one.
To the middle. Clayton's shot is good.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Here's Giddey. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Grizzlies trail by 12. And one thing that's fun to watch, when Josh Giddey grabs a defensive rebound and goes coast to coast, RJ.
Yeah, that's when he is at his best. Ball is in his hand. Out in space, playing with speed.
Stolen by Kessler. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And he got a good jump on the break, and Giddey finished it off nicely. That should juice him up.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Here's Edey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
And here's Ivey from the arc. Drains the triple. Ivey's got 9.
And Ivey has made some real progress in improving this part of his game. Now you got to take him seriously from deep.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Some changes for Memphis. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Morant surveying the floor. Aldama outside. There's the 3. Hits the three-pointer. Aldama's got his second basket on the night.
It all started with Ja breaking the line and forcing the defense to collapse.
Ivey's shot is off.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Jackson the screen. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Aldama right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires it. Kessler with a rebound. Chicago leading by 12. Here's Okoro. Here he goes. Misses in close. Here's Morant. Pass to Coward. It's Jackson, high post. No points yet. And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
His 4th foul already, and we're not even at halftime. He'll likely limit his minutes the rest of the way.
Here's Aldama. Outside Morant. Stolen by Giddey.
Just a great play on D to throw him off the shot and force a turnover.
And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
If you had to say, Richard, what's the most critical component for a team to play effective defense?
I would say being bought in. If players are bought in, you could overcome individual deficiencies.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Clock at 4. And here's Morant outside. And again, Memphis no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
On the wing, Ivey. And he slams it in one-handed.
And look at Ivey rising above, giving it his all on that slam.
And that's an intentional foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Morant. Oh, athletic move from Morant.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Out to Simons. Knocks down the triple. Simons has got 5.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots. He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
Chicago leading by 16. Pass to Okoro. And it's Coward with a rebound. So it's the Grizzlies now. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now. And here's Morant. He's covered by Kessler. Back to Aldama. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, we know Morant can put up tons of points, but Ja is at his best when he's also involving others.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Chicago making a switch here. There's 1:54 left in the second. On the wing, Simons. They can't stop the run with that one. Grizzlies trail by 11. No doubt Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point per game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Simons got 5 points now in the quarter.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
Chicago leading by 11. And stolen by Jackson. Pass to Spencer. Puts the move on. And he lays it in.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Outside Jones. Aldama with a double team. And Vucevic slams it in.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vooch. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
Aldama outside. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. He buries it from 3. And the Bulls lead by 14. Here's Spencer. Aldama outside. Pass to Coward. Great D that time from Simons. And so we wrap up the first half. Chicago ahead. They lead by 14. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Here's Spencer. From outside, off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Cuts off the pass. And now Memphis on the break. And the basket by Erickson.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
Jacks up a 3. Sinks the tray. 6 points for him.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Here's Wells. To the wing, right side. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Erickson. Now here's Edey. They shoot again. The shake. And the dunk by Edey.
Smart move, using a little pump fake to get all the time he needed to go hard to the basket.
Yeah, it's just a simple move, but it looks so beautiful when it works. Reminds me of you, Grant.
Oh, I appreciate that, B.A.
On the wing, Caldwell Pope. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Caldwell Pope's got 6 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Wells. Sweet little floater.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So both teams changing it up here. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot. John Morant looking to lead the way. He said, I set the tone. My teammates feed off of it, and I love to compete. That's how we all grew up, playing on the blacktop outside, competing at a high level when there was no cameras around. Guys, back over to you.
He's got that alpha mentality. Allie, thanks for the report. And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That's his first foul. Here's Coward. Clock at 6. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Shot's good by Morant.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
The 3 from Okoro. Drills it from deep. 10 points for him.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Right side, Morant. Pass to Coward. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. Another 3 for Chicago.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Here's Coward. Fires from the line. And again, it's Memphis missing.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Pass to Buzelis. Giddey with it. And it's Aldama picking him up. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Bulls making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Jerome. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Jerome's got his second bucket on the night. Giddey with it. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Jerome. No good.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Pass to Buzelis. 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Vucevic has got 6 points.
I just love the ball movement.
Jerome. And Ivy pulls it down. Down low. Vucevic gets the bucket.
Timeout.
Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. A minute 6 left in the third quarter. Step back shot. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 7 points in the game.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Jerome up top. He has 7. Pass to Coward. Shakes him. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
3 points.
But he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Now Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Jones from outside. Doesn't go that time. The shot that time not on target.
That's the end of the third
And
quarter.
so it's Chicago. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. And they've been shooting the lights out from... And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Pass to Asenge. Back to Simons. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass.
Just 2 to shoot. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Jones drives in. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Personal foul for his team.
That's good from Jones.
At the line for the Bulls, Trey Jones.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Okay, I see you, Ja, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Simons outside. Shoots over Morant. And it's Simons missing.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
From 17, the shot's good.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
Pass to Asenge. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Here's Clayton. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane. And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Outside for Morant. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Missed inside. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Simons has a shoot-first mindset. but he also takes great pride in making plays for others.
And here's Edey. Kessler with a rebound. Here's Chicago now. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Asenge. Three-pointer off the mark.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Spencer, no good. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend. I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
The Bulls making a switch here. Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's kind of a limited definition, and it basically says, don't be an idiot. And if you're wondering what makes Josh so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's Aldama. They swipe it. Buzelis' shot is good.
Just good, aggressive play by Buzelis, not shying away from some physicality inside.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Coward. 4 on the clock. Tipped. And he's able to get it back. Pulls it from 20. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Morant. Pass to Aldama. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
And the layup is good off the glass.
Nice find there from Simons. Solid at recognizing when his teammates are uncovered.
There's Jackson with the 3.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
On the wing, Simons. Off the mark there with a 3. Fires for 3. Doesn't go for him. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Bulls.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year. And what a huge performance it was for Anthony Simons.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Pass to Aldama. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style points with a fadeaway, and look, he paid the price.
Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by. He took it right to the rack, and look, there's no one that can stop him.
Now here's Giddey. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that about wraps it up.